Hey Team Kids, welcome to the weekend preview video for November 9th and 10th. I hope this video finds you well. I hope things are going awesome in life right now for you. I wanted to just real quickly give you guys a structure for what's going to be going on in this email and going forward what these emails will look like. For the last 2 weeks now, I've been sending out 2 separate emails to the 4th through 6th grade 4th through 5th grade volunteers, and then a separate email for the 6th grade leaders, specifically at the 9 and the 11 o'clock services because of the 6th grade ministry launch at those 2 services. That was a lot of work. So I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to just be generally overviewing the ministry, talking about things that are coming up that are important for us to know, and then I'll get into specifics regarding the 4th through 5th grade content, and then the 6th grade small group information at the very end. So that'll kind of be the structure for what it's going to look like. That being said, if you're serving the Saturday night service, none of this will change at all. We're still doing 4th through 6th grade together at the Saturday night service. So the part that you should focus on is primarily the general overview and then the 4th through 5th grade review or preview, for what's coming up. Boom. All right, let's jump in. So one of the big things that I was able to complete this week is the information for small group registration and also just any other kids who have been attending in the classroom for the last month and a half who haven't gotten registered. I've compiled a list of the most consistent kids who have been coming. And so that list is a little bit longer than it was before. I think we have a total amount now of about 250 kids. No, that's not accurate. Sorry, that's for all of the ministry, specifically 4th through 6th grade. For 4th through 6th grade, we have about 120 kids who are registered or a part of that sheet where we have their information and we have connected them with a specific small group. What you need to know is that you have access to that information for any specific things that you may want to connect with kids on, connect with parents on primarily because it has the parent contact info in there. What these Google Sheets might be used for, and just a heads up, this is optional stuff. This isn't required at all that you guys go and do this stuff. This is just to give you ideas regarding what you might want to use this information for, to connect with a co-leader that you have, to reach out and connect your kids in things outside of what happens on Sunday. So the information can be used for connecting with parents, just reaching out to parents, talking with parents, scheduling a hangout outside of what we normally do on a weekend. That being said, if you do schedule a hangout, probably would be good to just let me know so that way we at least are on the same page with what's going on. I can support you, which is a big part of that. And then lastly, updating parents on any fun things that might happen in the classroom that you just want to share in general. So that's available for you. I sent out those emails earlier today. So if you didn't get that, it's okay. I'll attach them with this email as well. So you should have the list for each service of the names of the kids from your groups and the parents' information in there as well. Another fun thing that's coming up that impacts the whole ministry is a groups skate night. We're going to be having an awesome event where we can just have fun together, go out and create community by just being together and having fun together. So we're going to have a skate night on November 25th from 6 to 8 p.m. We're going to for that event, we're going to hand out cards, registration cards for parents to get information out. So we're going to be handing those out for the next 3 weekends. It's a groups event, but it's also a family event. So we want everyone to know about that. So that's just big picture stuff that's coming up. I have a template if you would love to email parents about that event coming up, maybe not this week, but next week or anytime leading up to that. I have a template that I can send you that you can send out to your parents via email, letting them know that you're excited about this event and wanting to get their kids connected. So I'll include that actually in this email as well. There'll be lots of stuff in this email. It's great stuff. So fun. All right, 4th through 5th grade, just going to go real fast over this. So we're second week of our series called Survival Skills, looking at the spiritual disciplines and the importance of disciplining our life so that way we can always know that in the difficult times, in the challenging times, we have a faith that's been built up and that has some sustenance, some sustainability to it that we can press into in the middle of those challenging seasons, because that's what survival is all about. It's going out in the wilderness. It's going out in seasons where things may not be predictable. Things may be a little bit unknown, and relying on the faith that we've built up in those seasons of plenty. And so we're trying to cultivate those disciplines now so that way kids will be able to rely on them as they continue to grow up. The discipline that we're going to look at this week is the discipline of solitude, and just getting away for the purpose of not just disengaging, but connecting with God, interacting with God. So we're removing distractions so we can engage in an interaction with God. And that's what that's all about. We want kids to see that we are not just machines as people, that we are humans, and God created us as humans, so that way we can realize our need and our dependence on God. And that's what solitude does, is it points us back to Him. So that's what's coming up for 4th through 5th graders this weekend. 6th graders transitioning to 6th grade ministry, we're going to be focusing on the topic of community, and specifically asking the question, where do I belong, or where do we belong? And the church is God's community. It's what He has created. It's His invention, and He's created it because He's a community in Himself. God is triune, which is a theological word that means He's three in one. It means that God is community, and He's created us in His image, so we are created for community. There's some science that's come out recently in a book that one of our leaders, Kimberly Sandberg, shared with me that I thought was just so cool. In the book, it says this. It says, the brain is set up for interpersonal integration. Just as its many different parts are made to work together, each individual brain is made to relate with the brain of each person we interact with. Interpersonal integration means that we honor and nurture our differences while cultivating our connections with each other. So that's a very scientific and big way of saying that we were created for community. We were created not for me, but for we, and that's so important when we communicate with these kids, specifically as we talk about this week in our 6th grade ministry, that help them see that they were created for this. They were created to be together, to engage together, to work together, and to their brains are social brains that have been designed to build up each other, and so and to grow in a relationship with God. And so I'm excited about this weekend. I'm excited about sharing that with them and finalizing this section of our 6th grade ministry, and then transitioning next weekend into the topic of mission groups and how we live on mission together, and how we study the Bible together to be a community of God's people, living out the Jesus story and being Jesus people everywhere we go. So that's coming up. A lot of stuff there. Excited for this weekend, and so if you have any questions, please let me know, but that's everything for this week. So I'll see you guys this weekend, and God bless.